where he can go for arm locks and stuff like that and attack me, right? I don't want his hips to be able to freely move, right? I don't want any kind of movement available. Pinch my knees, and in this case, we're gonna go into his pants and hands forward into his ribs, not on top, okay? No belt, no good. It moves too much, okay? I don't want to be on top of his ribs. I want to go forward underneath his ribs, okay? So I'm in the pants, elbows in tight. Here, sit up, head tall, okay? Toes engaged, knees pinched. Try to move your hips, okay?
That's hard.
All right, so now I'm gonna work on, what are you gonna do?
I'm trying to get one of these
Right,
off.
so he grabs my sleeve, that's fine. Go ahead, grab. All right, grip, okay? I still have his pants. Now I'm free to stand up here, tall. Don't break open.
Okay.
Losing the effect.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so I have this punched across and deep on his ribs. Big step, pinch my knees, tall, okay? Holding his sleeve. Now if he tries to get my leg, go underneath it. Try to sweep me. And just
I
pinch,
can't.
okay? You can't really get that angle, okay? So I'm tight here. I go to the inner thigh, push, pinch. I'm gonna turn my ankle out, okay? Keep the sleeve to the head, right? My underhook essentially under his elbow, pass, drop my hip, okay? Hip is on his hip, toes are engaged, my knee is not on the mat. I'm gonna finish right here, okay? All right, from here, this is what we did the other day. We're just gonna do that for about 10 minutes and then we'll add to it. All right, we're gonna go to mount next and a couple attacks. All right, so I'm here. Don't focus on crushing his face just yet, all right? Right now, I wanna be able to move every time he tries to move and get his guard back. Hip skate. All right, go ahead and move. Okay. We'll talk about what to do with this free hand at his neck here in a minute. All right, everybody good?
Can I ask a question, Charles?
Yeah.
Tuesday. When you got up, you don't want to twist your body like when you were standing like that anymore?
I still am.
Oh, you did? Okay.
When I stand up, I'm
going
gonna pinch my knees.
Okay.
All right, so I'm still gonna, here, pinch.
Pinch. Okay. Okay.
I wanna make it easy to stand up. I don't wanna have to deadlift everybody.
Okay.
I think the lunge works a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure I saw that right.
All right, we good?
Yep.
All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm gonna run through this. You're gonna actually start from the side control position, but I'm just gonna kind of show how this, you're okay. All right, let's get, there you go. You good?
Yep.
All right, so in, here, gets a sleeve, go ahead, yeah. I get his sleeve, punch, okay? Stand, inch, real tall, okay? Notice my posture, I'm really upright. None of this, because he's gonna pull me down. It's gonna be hard for me to carry his weight. The taller I am, the better I am gonna be in the spot. Open. Here. To his head, here. All right, and I finish in this kind of position. So I can be just holding his shoulder here, closing my elbow, okay? Look, some of you have already said this. He's gonna be tempted to frame on me, right? Right, so he's framing, that's fine. So I'm gonna use this as an attack, okay? So whether he's framing on my shoulder or trying to push me away, don't worry about it. His free hand is gonna come behind, grab his tricep, push it across. Okay? What's he gonna do? What are you gonna do? Natural reaction.
Yeah. I can't.
What are you gonna do with your arm?
I'm trying to get it back.
Okay? And then we take the elbow to his ribs. Okay?
That's good.
Rather than forcing that move, which everybody tries to staple this arm to the mat, how often does that work? Pretty rare, right? Unless they're new. So we're gonna bait him into it, okay? So I'm holding his shoulder, I've cleared, right? I'm not on his neck, so he's framing, right? So I'm gonna take this arm from here, and I'm gonna swim through and get his tricep, pull it across. What's he gonna do? I'm already blocking that elbow. So as he brings his arm back, get it? I'm gonna grab the outside portion of his hand here and turn that down. I'm gonna pull the elbow to his ribs, and that's where I'm gonna get my finish. I don't have to do this. This is no good. Elbow to his ribs. He's gonna tap way before I even have to do anything. So it's gonna be tight. Hold that elbow to his ribs. Okay. Roll my knuckles down. Okay. All right.
See the transfer again?
Got it. Hurts.
There you go.
On pressure on him. Holding the shoulder. Could be under here. Okay. He's framing. Frame hard. Right. Swim. All the way across. So get like a tricep grip. Push it across. What's he gonna do? Right. The arm's gonna come back. Here. Here. Get my grip. Connect my hand. Roll the knuckles down. Yeah, please. His other arm's tighter.
Yeah.
The elbow's gonna go to his ribs, and I roll that knuckle down.
Wow.
Okay? Nothing where it's like 90 degrees or above his head. Because if they have a flexible shoulder and elbow, it's just gonna keep rotating. It's not what we want. Okay? Any questions on that?
You know, I can't see how you blocked this arm when I was coming back.
My arm's already under there.
So it's
There's a wedge already under there. So I'm holding here, right?
Uh-huh.
Pulling back to your hip. My other hip's on me, right?
Uh-huh.
Right? Frame. Frame.
Okay.
Ass across, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to bring the arm back, right? This arm's already under here.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. Connect.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
So it's right on the back of my tricep.
Already under here. Yeah.
Okay.
So the wedge is already created.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Any questions from anybody? Be very careful with that. They got tight shoulders. It's not going to take much. That's one that can like mess an elbow up really bad. So,
Ben, I'm coming for those shoulders.
yeah, it ain't going to take much. All right. I'll get around everybody, make sure everybody's good. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So just start. Here, right? Got his shoulder, my hips on him. Again, if he hip escapes, right? It's gonna control, okay? What I can also do, I have this grip. I'm just kind of controlling here under his head, right? I can switch to his collar, real deep, thumb in, knuckles, okay? Right? And remember, we can switch our knees too, right? So I got my hip on him right now. I'm gonna switch my right knee to his hip and put this leg back, right? Here, okay? What do I have here? Underhook, right? But he was kind of talking how, almost like a snake, you're gonna slither back and forth with your position, switching your hips to take mount and stuff like that, right? So, back up. So I'm controlling, right? Instead, so he's framing off me, that's fine. Get deep in the collar, start with that grip, okay? And I can switch, right? And from here, my knee goes across, I'm already under here. Open, okay? My knee is on the mat. My right leg is still grabbing his hip.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not rushing. So pressure here. I'm gonna windshield wipe here. Bring my right knee really high. Okay? And I'm in like a modified, almost like where you would be going to S mount, right? I could clearly go right to S mount here. He wasn't going all the way there. Keeping this knee pinched and my sole of my foot on the mat, right? And I'm deep in his collar here and really high here. Okay? Now I'm gonna work, so he's defending this, right? I'm gonna go thumb in on the other side and get my knuckles to the mat here. They're not gonna like this. Don't be a jerk to your partner because it doesn't feel good. He doesn't finish this choke by pulling. He puts both knuckles on the mat. Here, turn.
What was that?
Both knuckles on the mat, like this, turn. It's gonna turn to the right, okay? If it was on the other side, I would finish the other way.
Okay.
So the knuckles in, or thumb in,
Uh-huh.
right? My knees high, I'm tight. I'm gonna drive that other grip in, get my knuckles to the mat, and I'm gonna turn.
Wow. So you don't even have to get underneath the throat for the
No,
top
I
one.
want this side. He also said sometimes they're gonna tuck their chin and maybe your arm gets under his chin a little bit. He's like, no care.
I felt it, man.
Yeah, so still choke?
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
choke. But you don't go into kickstand over here and sitting that out. You just leave it
He's
as is.
ultimately gonna put both of these on here and turn.
Is it pimento?
Yes.
That's
If you watch his pants matches, he's literally doing that to every guy he's fighting. The pass, like it was very similar to what he was showing. Okay. So here, get the collar, start the pressure, right? Start the pressure in there. I'm gonna come up to my hand, switch, so my right knee's close. Knee goes across. See, he's already worried about it. Open this up, windshield wipe, okay? Remember, keep my toes down, bring my knee high, by his shoulder. I'm gonna come up, my knee's kind of under his armpit, okay? Now here, take this, I'm gonna be difficult with this choke. Punch my arm in,
And your thumb is in?
thumb in on both,
Okay.
okay? Now, once I get this, I'm gonna bring this knee back just a little bit, put both on the mat, turn. Okay? Literally put all your weight on the mat. with
It's a
those-
variation of the blood choke, except you're not using your knuckles into his throat, you're using your thumbs.
No thumbs. Side of my forearms.
No, but your thumbs are in, whereas
My
before.
thumbs are in, but there's nothing pressing his neck with my hands.
Oh.
My hands are hands are on the mat. His neck's in between these two.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you just lean forward to that angle.
Here, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna turn. So watch. I'm turning to the right because my right hand's over the top.
Uh-huh.
Turn. It's gonna
Oh.
basically pinch your neck between them.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I'll do it once going this way.
Yeah. I don't see lips.
You want to illustrate on someone else for Ben?
Yeah, use this.
Yeah, just so I can see it.
So I got my pressure, go into the collar, right? I start that. My hand comes back here, okay, to his hip. I'm gonna switch. That knee comes up. Knee starts to come up to the top. You bring this arm, okay? It's already under his elbow, right? Windshield wipe. Bring the knee high. Knuckles are already in the mat, okay? That one's gonna come up, but I have my foot still on the mat. My knee is under his armpit. Pressure, driving that, okay? This hand's gonna come in, get both knuckles, right? Turn the chin a little bit, it's gonna be good. Turn. Get my finish, okay? Both knuckles. Here, here, on the mat, turn.
Can I see it one more time? Just because I didn't see it. Plus, I just want General to be punished.
I'll go the other way this time. Right? So, here. Here. Right? Knuckles to the mat. Watch. Turn, 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 turn. Put your weight on your knuckles.
Right.
Both fists. All right? Fists are in the mat, not in their neck. All right?
So, what's the difference between when we used to do with our head to the mat?
Well, what happens when you do that sometimes?
Usually get flipped over.
That's right. So what he's saying is, what's the difference between, you know, your standard, whether you go 4 fingers in and like this, or just double,
Yeah.
right? So if I put in, I pull in, I put my head to the mat, right? I can choke him, but bridge me over. It eliminates that as an option for him.
Because your hips are so low.
My hips are driving into him, but I have solid base with my knuckles. He's just not gonna bridge me over. Okay, so even without going super hard on this choke, right? And I got tight, go ahead, bridge. Right? There's a lot of pressure on his head. And I have solid base with my hands.
But you're keeping the left foot flat on the ground when you come around.
So if I was already here, right, this is in tight, and I get the other hand, right? So now, pressure, tries to move me.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of my weight distributed differently than if I pull him with my arms, right? Completely different.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Okay.
All right, get with your partners. We're gonna finish out on that tonight. 1, 2, 3.